Movie Review Sesh.
You know, you got nice color skin. What color would you say that is?
My color.
The great auteur, Martin Scorsese, has a new film out, and I think we both enjoyed it quite a bit.
Yeah.
I think we probably have similar views of it. This is going to be a short episode of Movie Review Sesh because we don't have a ton to say about it.
Yeah.
It's going to be more of
Which
like
is weird because it's a 3+ hour movie.
Yeah, but there's definitely a lot that you could say about it and that we can say about it, but it's a movie that I think, for me, it's so like different and unique from the movies, from like generally what gets played in theaters now, that it's something that I would want people who watch our videos to go check out themselves.
Yeah. I mean, just starting off, kind of basics, all the characters in the movie and the actors, the portrayal of those characters, well done.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting anything less from Leo and De Niro and, you know, and then you like just told me her name.
Well, yeah, you mentioned performances. As good as Leo and De Niro are in the movie, Lily Gladstone, who plays Molly, she kind of stole the show.
Yeah, which is weird to say about like a movie that those two people are in. Mm-hmm. But no, I mean, even when she was like spoilers or
I guess.
Or whatever.
No one's seen this movie. Who cares?
Yeah, exactly. Even when she was sick, I still felt myself like kind of compelled about like her.
Storm, it's well, it's powerful. So we need to be quiet for a while.
Her early on scenes where she has a lot more dialogue is really well delivered, and her monologues and stuff is all really well delivered. But yeah, when she's sick, the second half of the movie really kind of more so hinges on her physical performance, which was also great. But speaking of physical performance, we mentioned Leo. His physical performance in this I found really captivating.
Oh yeah, and whenever I like it first started, or whenever I saw like some of the trailers or whatever, I kind of got a like his character in Django vibe with he's like the country guy or whatever. You know, he had kind of the same accent almost as there,
like
a little different,
southern accent,
like the little southern going on. You know, but
I would say probably more akin to his accent in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
You bet your sweet ass it was. Yeah.
But he varies it up. But he varies it up in this.
Well, they're like similar, but also very different.
Well, I'm a different kind of horse.
At the same time, like, because in this, you know, with the body language he had, you could tell he was kind of almost like he had a little bit of vulnerability to him. Mm-hmm. They really he showed a range of emotion in there that, you know, I'm used to Leo showing, and I very much enjoyed it.
As our intro alluded to, we're reading the book, which I bought a year ago but have not read. The book is 321 pages. And the rule for screenplays is that a page of script is akin to 1 minute of screen time. So obviously it's a book, so it's formatted a little differently, but I can't imagine with the length of the movie and book compared that they took a lot out of the book, which is weird because most, you know, movie adaptations of a book are, you know, very condensed.
Yeah, they kind of cut it up a lot. And leave a lot
even
of
with
stuff
something
out.
like the Harry Potter series, there's a lot of stuff that gets cut out of those movies. But yeah, I saw it twice because when we went to go see it, I fell asleep in the most crucial part of the movie. I fell asleep like tail end of the second act and like.
Damn you, whiskey sours!
Ain't fucking whiskey sour. I couldn't stop at fucking 3 or 4 8.
Yeah, I downed a whiskey sour about halfway through our show, and it just put me to sleep. I did not fall asleep because the movie was boring by any means.
No. Even though the lady at the beginning tried to tell us it was.
Yeah, that's something to mention. So we saw this movie at a press screening, and before the movie started, this lady, I don't know if she worked at the theater or she was like affiliated with the production or of the movie or anything.
I hope not, dude, because that was terrible.
Yeah, because so this lady, she gets on the microphone and she tells the audience, as you guys know, this is a 3 hour and 26 minute long movie. So the first half is pretty slow, but the second half is so much more action packed. And it's like, yes, it's a 3 hour and 26 minute movie. I expect the first half to be slow and more character driven, and then
but that doesn't mean like, okay, but like people use slow and
As
like
a
a
bad
negative
thing.
connotation. Like
Yes.
that's not what it. That's no. It's exactly what you said. It's because people think it's slow when the story is getting set up and people are talking. Oh my gosh, this movie's so slow. Oh, information that pertains to the plot of the story. I don't need that. Let me see someone shoot someone. Like
Yeah.
no one needs that shit.
Yeah, I mean, it is a slow burn, but in like the best way possible. I think some movies are slow burns that don't necessarily need to be, but when you have a filmmaker like Scorsese giving you a slow burn, it's okay because he knows what he's doing and he knows how to set up everything properly. And with her saying that, the second half is much more action packed, and it wasn't.
Yeah, that almost pissed me off more.
Yeah, not that I came into this movie like, I'm expecting an action-packed thrill ride. No, I was just expecting a compelling story told by one of arguably the best filmmaker of all time.
Like the whole time, like whenever she said that, the only thing I could think was like, okay, did I ask?
Yeah.
Like, I don't care. Like, shut up, lady. Like,
Yeah,
what the fuck do you work at a movie theater? That doesn't mean you're like, are you in film school? Did you work with Scorsese on the film? No, you didn't. So shut up. Dude, that maybe it made me a little bit more mad than I thought it was.
Just let the film speak for itself.
Exactly. Like, you don't have to speak for it, man.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, your opinion, whatever, great. Put it on Reddit or on your Twitter page or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
but don't tell a theater who's came there for a premiere that came out before it was released in theaters, don't tell the audience that shit. You know?
Yeah, because then you're putting certain expectations on the film. And I'm sure if Martin Scorsese heard what that lady said, it would probably very much irritate him.
Well, and I guarantee you people came out of that movie too going, yeah, the first part was kind of slow, but it really picked up in the second half.
Yeah.
It's like, okay,
all the critics that were there.
did you really freaking think that before, like when you were watching it, or was it just because that lady put it in your brain before? Anyways, I feel like we're getting off topic on this, but anyways, you, lady.
This wealth should come to us. Their time is over. It's just going to be another tragedy.
The other thing with Scorsese is like, as much as like people talk about him as this great auteur and stuff, he's always had trouble getting financing for his movies. Like I know it took him and Leo 6 or 7 years to get funding for Wolf of Wall Street because he doesn't necessarily make a lot of commercial films.
Yeah, no,
He makes stuff like, Raging Bull and Last Temptation of Christ, starring Willem Dafoe. Cut 2.
Because Sam's probably going to have it as his number one because he wants to suck William Dafoe's dick. But Willem.
You definitely know more about the directors than I do. But he definitely comes off as someone who's unwilling to compromise when he has a vision. And if money's an issue, he'll just wait till he has the money, you know? And if he has enough money, then he'll do it.
Yeah. Well, we're already on Scorsese, but he has a cameo at the very end of this film. He's literally like the last person you see on screen, which was very nice. I very much perked up when that happened. But
Waking up the rocket, keep up.
So many pretty girls around me and they're waking up the rocket. Keep up.
Go ahead.
But he also has 2 other cameos in the film that I noticed on rewatch, but they're voiceovers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so just something kind of cool.
Not as good as Sam Raimi voiceovers, though.
I possess the Necronomicon. I've crushed your pathetic army. Now I'll have my vengeance.
Yeah.
I got a bone to pick with you.
Oh, yeah. But But yeah, I mean, like I said, there's and like you said, there's nothing more I can really say. Or there's not nothing more, but there's, I mean, it's a good movie. It's a time commitment. If you go see it, you might walk out like a little, stiff or something, But I just liked everything about it.
Yeah. It is an Apple original film. It was originally supposed to be an exclusive Apple TV Plus streaming movie.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But I think it was the success of Oppenheimer kind of pushed them into moving it into at least a limited theatrical release, which is good. I don't think it's doing well financially. Before we wrap up this discussion, I did want to say one thing. That I love when movies do this, when the aspect ratios change. So like you got some like Super 8, like black and white footage. But yeah, I just those little like stylistic things I like.
No, it's very like, it's very visually appealing. And I love movies that like, cause like, I mean, how much CG do you think was in that movie?
Probably zero, very little. They shot it all in Oklahoma.
Like in Oklahoma, yeah.
There's no way I would have made it without the full support of the Osage community. Everybody was here. Where else can you shoot? Look at this place.
I know that Martin Scorsese's not one of those filmmakers who's very against, like Quentin Tarantino, who's very against CG. The best example I can think of is in Wolf of Wall Street when Naomi and Jonah Hill's wife are coming on the boat and her aunt's just died. Them on the yacht and like Margot Robbie and the other lady walking up, that's all like behind them. That's on a digital set.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I did have another pet peeve, and correct me if I'm wrong, but did the whenever they have the tribe meeting and it's like the old tribal guys and they're giving that speech, are those hired actors or were those people that they met like in Oklahoma?
Like Osage that they just like actual Osage.
Yeah, that they like
for the
interacted
movie.
with. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I mean, we can do some research while I'm editing, and we can.
Because if they were hired actors.
I don't really know why that bothered you.
It just did, just a little bit. I don't know. Maybe I was unhappy because the person I went and saw the movie with fell asleep halfway through, but
I didn't fall asleep halfway through. I fell asleep like.
How would you know?
2/3.
You were asleep.
I was asleep for all of 20 minutes, I know, because I rewatched it and I was like, oh, I didn't miss that much.
You missed enough.
But yeah, like we said, this is gonna be a short little quick recommendation video. If you can handle the long 3 hour and 26 minute runtime, we definitely recommend that you check it out in the theater and go and support this film. Yeah. And if not, definitely give it a watch in your home, in your nice home.
Overall, good movie. You and myself are very akin to kind of like it's not like this movie at all, but Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, where a lot of the story is just the story. Mm-hmm. It's just these people interacting
just hanging
with each
out
other.
With these characters.
Exactly, and yeah, there's more of a plot to this, obviously, which is like really interesting and fun and adds on to it. But it's really what it feels like. It feels like you're like.
It's fun to watch it unravel.
Exactly. Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
Brendan Fraser's performance.
Oh, he was only in like 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh yeah, he was really good though. He was a very minimal part though. And they used him for like the.
Yeah, he comes in the third act. He's like De Niro's lawyer. Yeah.
Well, not underrated. Who am I thinking of? Thinking of the detective.
Oh, you're talking about Jesse Plemons.
Yeah, Jesse Plemons was good.
He's such a good character.
Brendan Fraser is De Niro's lawyer.
Oh, okay.
He played The Whale. Have you heard of that movie?
Which one?
The Whale. He's like
He won the Oscar for it last year. He's the guy from the Mummy movies.
Never. I don't think I've seen the Mummy movies.
Neither have I, but I know him from the Mummy movies because I'm not a pop culture illiterate like you.
Well, that's me. Don't know shit.